What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. Hope all is good wherever you are. In this video, we're going to watch some clips of some woke people getting owned. Let's get it.
If you can change your gender, can you change your race?
No.
Why?
Because that's just how you're born.
Isn't your gender how you're also just born?
Yeah, I see where you're getting with.
No, you can't change your race. Race is your roots, where you were born with from, ages ago. So
Isn't your gender what you're born with too?
That's true, but I think it's a different,
How many genders are there?
2.
And they are?
Male, female.
But what about someone's right to tell you what their gender is?
No problem at all. You're going to tell me what your gender is, but in the world is less fucked world, I don't have to believe it. But I'm thrilled for you. Don't require me to think what you think.
Be bred to eat. It's not like we're just picking a random cow and killing it.
Just because that's their purpose that we forced upon them, does that justify murder?
Do not force upon dogs with pets as well. Do you have a dog? Do you have a pet dog?
Yes, I have a companion dog.
What kind of dog?
He's a Jack Russell.
How much did you pay for that?
I don't know, he's been in my family for 10 years, but I don't agree with breeding animals into existence.
So why did you?
So I wasn't vegan at that point in time. As a vegan, I would never pay for someone, buy a breeder or anything. I would rescue animals.
I just want to ask you what you as a male, just like would guess you are a male, think you have the right to speak up and tell women what to do with their body?
Are men allowed to have opinions on moral topics?
Yeah, you are of course allowed to have opinions, but it's a really controversial opinion to tell a woman what to do with their body. You are a man, and it's not your field-based eye.
So if it's not your DNA, why is it your choice?
Of course, it's my body.
It happens to be temporarily in your body, but is it your being?
Yeah. 100%.
It is? Didn't the woman make a choice to have sex and then she should carry the responsibility that comes with it?
I think there are 2 people who should carry the responsibility, not only the woman.
Okay, wait, hold on. So then shouldn't a man be able to say, you can't have an abortion without my consent? I thought you said it was just a woman's issue.
No, I'm pretty sure it's different because...
Oh, whoa, hold on. If a man and a woman both get a baby to be created, shouldn't a man have to approve and sign off on an abortion before it happens?
Definitely not.
Oh, why do you have to have it both ways?
These liberal women are funny. If your argument is valid, it doesn't matter if you're a man or a woman or what color your skin is. If it's valid, it's valid.
I feel like denying trans people life-saving care is a kind of rude thing to do.
Life-saving care?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so denying trans people their life-saving care is a rude thing to do.
Do you think it saves kids' lives to stop their bodies from going through puberty?
I think it does.
How come?
Because there's studies showing that, people who transition, who are pre-transitioning... How do I explain this?
It's okay, take your time. No pressure.
There are studies showing that children who are unable to transition, and keep in mind, most of the time they're not being given hormones at 13. They're given puberty blockers to stop them from going through what they feel is the wrong puberty.
Okay.
And their experience I don't want to have this conversation.
No. You're onto something. You want him to take it, or? Oh, you were the same person that ran away.
Why don't you present?
You want to have a conversation?
No, I'm not going to have a conversation because I'm not going to give a platform to you fucking Nazis. Why don't you go home?
You can't explain
and
your
quit being
position.
such fucking losers. My position is I care about human rights and I care about people living their lives and minding their own fucking business and not being in my face with stupid fucking cameras. So
but you walked
why don't
over
you
here.
just get out of
We
here?
can bring down the volume a little bit.
Yeah.
Well, I don't care. I am trying to make a scene because you guys.
Can I ask you a couple questions?
Trans people.
That's
no, you're not going to ask me
genociding?
shit.
Do you think it's okay to sterilize children?
None of this shit is actually happening. You guys are fucking
Really?
dumb.
Really?
Let's talk about it.
Kids aren't getting puberty blockers. What is not happening that
I'm not putting myself on this platform. You guys are fucking idiot losers.
Well, you just put yourself on
You're
it.
the one inserting yourself into the platform.
Go home, you fucking redneck loser.
Is that the best argument you can marshal?
It is. It's the best.
He is gay. Yeah, this is him. He's gay. I called up my dad and I said, hey, guess what? Your grandson, gay. Gay, gay, gay. My dad says you can't just say that your baby is gay before he gets a chance to tell us he's gay. And I go, whoa, 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 whoa. Straight people do it all the time. Little baby boy is born. Oh, he's gonna be a heartbreaker. Little baby girl is born. Oh, you better lock her up when she turns 16. Clearly, people want their children to be straight. Well, my son is gay. Gay. Very gay. Very gay. Gay.
Man, this right here is a narcissistic woman with mental issues who is craving attention, and her child is going to suffer because of it. How is CPS not being called for something like this?
Hi guys, so you're having some aneurysms over here. When does a baby stop being a parasite, like she said? I know you were listening to the conversation. When does a baby stop being a parasite and then turns into a baby that's worth protecting?
Ask her. She's a biology major.
Oh, so am I. Okay, perfect.
I would say probably when the child is actually fully born. Modern medicine has been able to, we can give birth to children who are, premature. And modern medicine has been able to keep them alive, but naturally, they are not able to stay alive without that mother until their first breath.
Okay, so as a biology major, which I graduated with a biology degree, would you agree with the notion that an unborn baby is a parasite?
Yes, it's a parasitic.
What class are you taking that's telling you that?
Literally pathophysiology.
Is telling you that a baby is a parasite.
It acts as a parasitic animal.
It doesn't. Do you know the definition of a parasite?
Yes, explain it to me.
What is the definition of a parasite?
A parasite is something that lives inside of a host that has to feed off of that host.
And kills it. It's not a symbiotic relationship.
Not necessarily.
Yes, that's the definition of a parasite. Yes, it is. Yes, it is. It lives off of the host. It's a parasite. It kills the host.
Thank you.
So you guys think that the baby is killing the mother?
It does in some cases, yes.
Okay, so at what point, so you think it has to pass through the birth canal and take the first breath to not be considered a parasite?
Yes, because at that point it no longer needs the mother.
Hi, I'm wondering, there are dozens of words for two-spirited people that would now be considered LGBTQ or trans people in the native languages. So I'd like to know how, as these people have existed for thousands of years before you were alive or anyone else in this room was alive, and before anyone even colonized America, if trans people were around then, I'm just wondering why you think it is that trans people are only here now because the media is telling people these things.
Well, do you think it's weird that I graduated with 0 trans people? Do you think, what do you think has contributed to the explosion of transgender people from the time that I was in high school? I'll ask you a question back. If this was just a natural thing, and I don't know what you're talking about with two-spirit people, is this like a Native American tribe, like high smoking and talking about your spirit? I'm asking you seriously, because when I think of Native American tribes talking about their spirits, I know that they used to smoke a lot, they used to do drugs, they also were cannibals who used to eat people, so I don't know if we should be taking our cues from cannibals. But
I think
can you
that's
explain
kind
to me
of
what
ridiculous.
two-spirit is in the history?
There are people that would now be considered trans people that did not feel that they fit
What
the
part, though?
gender.
Native Americans? I'm asking you.
Yes, I'm telling you that not only in one Native American tribe, but in multiple tribes, there were dozens of terms that referred to people that would now be considered trans, and that was hundreds of years ago. So I'm just wondering why you think that people are only trans now because the media is telling them to be.
Well, I told you, because of the proliferation. So you can't just go from having 0% to suddenly 25%
Right, but what
of
I'm
people.
saying is that these people were around for thousands of years.
Well, what you're saying is that some Native American tribes had people that would be considered trans today,
People that
something that we can't
were
fact
trans.
check because they're dead,
It's
right?
historical knowledge.
It's historical
documented.
knowledge that there were trans Native Americans.
Yes.
I really don't think that's historical knowledge. But here's what I'll answer. I don't think that there were trans Native Americans.
So if you could educate yourself a little more, you would know that.
Okay. I will educate myself.
The two-spirit thing, I looked into it, and from what I can tell, it was there. There is something called two-spirit. It has nothing to do with being a trans or a transgender person whatsoever. The term got reshaped by an LGBTQ plus activist in the late 90s to suit their agenda.
We are women in medicine. Even in fields in which we are the majority, we are still underrepresented in publications.
We're women in medicine. Despite being equally qualified, we're more likely to be passed up for leadership opportunities and awards.
You're women in medicine. You spend more time crying on social media than you do practicing healthcare. Perhaps if you worked as hard as your male counterparts, you would be getting these leadership opportunities and awards. Dang, accountability. That's super tough.
Farming needs to stop. That's the single biggest driver of climate change.
All right. Without farming, you would be hungry, naked, and sober.
But if they didn't commit the crime, they wouldn't have to deal with any of that.
Well, sometimes a lot of them don't commit the crimes.
No.
Which is interesting. Yeah.
No.
Yeah.
You were raised by your father and mother?
I was.
And so you had a better chance in life growing up because you had two parents who provided for you.
I did, yeah.
But isn't that the right and the best way to go rather than all this other stuff?
I don't necessarily agree. People can still be just as successsul. I definitely do think I was more privileged to have both parents in the home.
So you're white privileged then?
Not necessarily.
You just like the white woman.
Not,
you had
not
everything.
At all. Not
What's
at
the difference?
all.
The white girl next to you had a father and mother in the private school, right? And she's white privileged. Isn't that right?
Yeah.
So you're a black girl with a father and mother in the same classroom, sitting right next to the white girl with the privilege. So you had it too.
So what we mean when we say white privilege is not necessarily about what resources they have, but it's also a generational connection. And also a physical connection.
It's like, well, if going out on a date with a guy makes me a slut, then that's just what I'm gonna be.
I don't think going out on a date make you a slut, but having sex with different men makes you a slut.
Well, what does it make you if you have sex with different women?
A slut maker.
And I've saved the worst for last. Here is a trans activist desperate to get a uterus transplant, not because they want to give birth, but because they want to get an abortion.
Trans woman to have a successful uterus transplant, ovaries and eggs included, and I want to be the first trans woman to have an abortion.
This is the neighborhood, and you are not welcome.
That's why I need to be here. You need Jesus, ma'am. He can save you. He can give you a new heart. God can give you a new heart so that you love what God loves. No, that's irrational.
Hello. What do you have to say to the trans students on this campus who actively feel victimized by your presence here today?
Life's tough. Get a helmet, man. I'm too pregnant for this. Next question.
Men should never hit a woman.
Why not?
That's just f***ed up.
What? Why?
Why should a man hit a woman?
To protect himself.
Oh man, this is a lot.
What do you mean?
I just disagree with your viewpoints.
Why?
That you think a man should hit a woman?
Should a woman hit him? Yes, I do.
I don't think violence is the answer to anything.
No, in protection, he's self-defense. Let's say a woman he shouldn't just go around hitting her just for no reason.
Yeah.
But let's say that should women hit men?
No.
Right. So if a woman should hit a man, shouldn't he smack her back?
No.
Why not?
Because she's a girl.
Well, she doesn't know that.
But I just think that's unfair.
So if a woman smack a man, what should he do?
He probably deserved it, to be honest.
What?
Yeah, you want to play this game? Let's go.
And doesn't she deserve to be smacked back if she should hit him?
She's a girl. Guys should not hit girls.
But girls should hit guys?
I never said that, no.
But if they do, the guy should smack her back?
No.
Why not?
Because guys shouldn't hit girls.
Why?
Because it's just, that's just unfair.
Well, how?
Because girls are tender and beautiful creatures that should not be hit.
But don't they know that before they hit the man, that they can't handle it?
I don't know.
Uh-huh.
I have no idea.
Fucking moron. Keep trying, kid. Moron.
You know what the problem is? No, kid.
First of all, I'm American first.
Yeah, you don't do
Shut up,
bitch.
No,
You don't have any right to do that to anyone.
Who listens to these fucking morons?
Yeah, you're a moron.
Fascist moron.
You're a moron just like the president. You're like Robert Nelson. You're a moron like him. You need to stop. You're a moron just like Robert Nelson. Yeah, what you gonna do? Don't you dare!
Come on, stop, guys, stop.
What you gonna do? And I touched you too, bitch ass.
Stop.
I touched you. You touched us, I touched you back.
Come on, dude.
Stop.
You wanted to show them the reason George Floyd got his neck nailed off. Don't ooh at that joke. It's just a joke, man. I would have never kneeled on George Floyd's neck. I would have shot that nigga. That was making us look.
You know about George Floyd before you get your ass up there talking. You really should know to be funny, don't you know that?
It's called comedy, nigga. How many more black fans I gotta hit that might leave? Oh, good shit, man. I got. Cause nigga, I was just warming up with that George Floyd shit. You ready to go? All right, baby. Okay. All right, you offended too, baby, with the braids? Right. You offended too? God damn, man, fuck. Y'all good? Or y'all about to... Oh, I like Kyle Rittenhouse too. I like Kyle Rittenhouse too. You too, bro? God damn, bro. Oh, but you fuck with me a little bit, right? See that? Yeah. Damn, one more guy. Damn, man. That nigga don't even want to go, but his ride leaving. He don't even want to go. He like, man, I don't like George Floyd either, man. That nigga had fentanyl. God damn, you gotta stoop low for a joke, man. George Floyd would have robbed you too, bitch.
Let me tell you about the history of blacks in America. Blacks in slavery. Blacks is nothing but complaint. And you hear this from black females and black males. The victimization never ends. One of her ancestors were likely involved in the slave trade in Spain.
Wow, I'm a little bit in shock. I didn't think I was. My family was originally from Spain and slaveholders. I guess it's a fact of life. This is how some people made their living. At first, I was deeply disappointed. I still believe in reparations. I still believe this country has a lot to do in terms of racial justice, and I'm enriched by knowing that my family has come so far from being enslavers.
Now she's saying it's just the facts of life. And look how far we have come. Why can't she say that about America? Slavery was a fact of life. Look how far we have come in this country. And drop it. Huh? I can't hear you. So will you be giving white people reparations?
David Lucas is one funny dude, man. That George Floyd bit was funny, and he triggered so many people with that. I love watching Kill Tony. I'm a big stand-up fan. And those exchanges between Tony Hinchcliffe and David Lucas of them roasting each other, man, some of them are so funny. I recommend, if you like stand-up, go check them out. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, smash that thumbs up button. Enjoy your weekend, everybody. Be responsible. I'll catch you all in the next one. Peace out, everybody.